Corn grows best in soil with good water holding capacity and with good drainage. Loam soils, rich in humus and organic matter, are the most ideal for corn. Corn crops also require a pH of 5.3 to 7.0, which means corn will not give good yield if planted in strongly acidic soil or those with a pH level below 5.3, unless applied with soil ameliorants like lime. Corn grows in different conditions in the Philippines. It can be planted in rain-fed lowland areas, upland plain areas, and the hilly lands. This video intends to explain the different types of areas planted to corn and enumerate the steps to proper land preparation and planting of corn. In rain-fed lowland areas, corn is planted almost immediately after rice has been harvested, between November and December. Farmers bring in their corn harvest from February to April. Tarlac, Pampanga, and Nueva Ecija in Central Luzon, Pangasinan, Ilocos Sur, and Ilocos Norte in Northern Luzon, and parts of Southern Tagalog, such as Occidental Mindoro, are examples of rain-fed lowland areas. Corn is mostly grown in upland plain areas. In upland plain areas, 2 crops of corn are grown in a year. Corn is planted between May and July during the rainy season and between October to December during the dry season. Examples of upland plain areas can be found in the Cagayan Valley, central and northern Mindanao, and parts of southern Tagalog and Bicol region. Corn is also grown in rolling to hilly land. Rolling to hilly land planted to corn can be found in central and eastern Visayas, central Mindanao, and the autonomous region for Muslim Mindanao. After learning about the different types of areas where corn is grown, let us now look at the steps to proper land preparation and planting of corn. Here are the steps. Prepare the field 30 to 45 days before planting corn. First, prepare a farm plan.
Farm plan will serve as guide to farmers in preparing the calendar of activities or operations in the field. That is, from planning the budget needed, from purchase of inputs like seeds and fertilizers. It will also help them to be guided on the actual date of field operations, from pre-planting operation, planting operation, post-planting operation, harvesting, and marketing. Find out the soil fertility of the area. This is done through soil testing. Soil analysis can be done using a soil test kit or with the help of the Bureau of Soils, regional or provincial office.
If the soil is highly acidic, mix lime or calcium carbonate in the soil to reduce the acidity to appropriate levels. If it lacks the nutrients for growing corn, add organic or inorganic fertilizer. Agricultural technicians can help you determine how much lime or fertilizer you should add to the soil. Buy the seeds you prefer 15 to 21 days before planting. You will need 16 to 18 kilograms of hybrid corn seeds or 20 kilograms of open pollinated corn seeds for each hectare of land. The variety of corn you choose should depend on the condition of the soil, the climate, the yield, maturity, and market demand. In places where there is supplemental irrigation sources, such as deep wells or shallow tube wells, convey water from the supply ditch into the field with the aid of PVC pipes or shallow canals. Flush flood the field overnight before the primary tillage operation. This makes the field easier to plow and provides enough moisture to allow the corn seeds to germinate. Plow the field when the soil has enough moisture. This is usually done 14 days before planting. If you will use an animal-drawn plow, plow the field at a depth of 6 to 8 centimeters. Harrow the field 7 days before planting. This helps to break up big clods of soil. Be sure that there is enough moisture in the soil before harrowing the field. If you will use a disc plow on a 4-wheel tractor or hand tractor, the field is plowed at a depth of 14 to 16 centimeters. Harrow the field a second time 2 to 3 days before planting. Harrowing a second or third time levels the field, breaks big clods of soil, and helps control weeds. Make furrows in the field a day before or on the day of planting. The furrows should be 70 to 75 centimeters apart and 8 centimeters deep. Once the furrows are made, the field is ready for planting. During planting time, apply the recommended rate of inorganic and organic fertilizer based on soil analysis and/or results of actual fertilization trials done in the area. Usually, all the phosphorus and potassium and half of the nitrogen are applied at the furrows during planting time. Cover the fertilizer with a thin layer of soil about 2 centimeters deep. This will assure the corn seeds are not in direct contact with the applied fertilizer. If you will use organic fertilizers, apply this during planting. Add inorganic fertilizer when they are initially adopted. Use manual or mechanical planters when available for more uniform depth of planting and subsequent germination. Recommended planting distance is 20 to 25 centimeters between hills and 70 to 75 centimeters between furrows. For hybrids, plant 1 to 2 seeds per hill. For open pollinated varieties or OPVs, plant at 25 to 30 centimeters between hills. Space between furrows should be 75 centimeters. On the day of planting, irrigate the field immediately after planting. If corn is planted after lowland rice, dig a small canal at the end of the furrow. Water is conveyed from the ditch into the furrows using constructed head ditch within paddy configuration. This will make it easier for you to divert the flow of the water to succeeding furrows while irrigating the field. For irrigated corn, apply irrigation water 4 to 6 times throughout the season, starting off-bearing operation, or apply at an interval of approximately 2 weeks until 15 to 21 days before harvest. Excess water is drained by opening the levee at the bottom of the furrows. Practice the proper strategies of land preparation and planting corn. These are basic to a bountiful corn production.